Guys, we're still moving. As you can see, stuff everywhere. I was looking for stuff. I don't even know. And in the middle of all this, Qualcomm said, hey, we want to sponsor you guys to do a project with our DragonBoard 410C. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. We can use it to make like a retro gaming machine over there. We can use it to monitor temperatures. There's so many different modules and things that you can do with it. I was thinking of all this, and then I got stressed and made a little mistake. And I decided to order some energy drinks, right? And I thought I was ordering one, but I'm kind of freaking stressed. I ended up ordering one case. So we get all these energy drinks, and I'm like, I have no idea what to do with all these energy drinks. I'm not going to drink them all. So Qain was like,
all right, I got this idea. What I'm thinking is we take and we give it to the community, but not just give it to the community. Let's make them work for it. So let's make a game that we can, they work through, that they get a QR code that they then show to a vending machine, which will then spit out one of these things. Yeah.
The Qualcomm Snapdragon processor is a very powerful CPU. Snapdragon is in basically everything. There's almost 1 billion devices out there that use a Snapdragon processor. So Qain let me know about the problem, and this was actually an opportunity. It has onboard vision processing, has an Adreno GPU. It's an insanely powerful mobile processor. We hatched this diabolical plan to sort of take the project in 2 parts. One would be a mobile application, and sort of play a game or something like that, something that we could profile so that you can see how it's using the resources within the phone. And then the other part of the project would be putting a vending machine on the internet that shows off the capabilities of the Snapdragon processors from Qualcomm. And we wanted to use that to take the application profiler and the app tune-up kit for a spin. So as we develop our application on Android, and as we go through the game, you know, we're adding assets to the game, we're adding code, we're adding more effects to the game. And sometimes when you add a feature to a program, you get an undesirable result. Maybe the code becomes a little bit more complicated. You don't necessarily always notice. The Snapdragon Profiler has hundreds of metrics that you can add for all of the running processes on your Android phone. You can keep a real high level view of what the performance is on the application as you go through the development process. So as we began to think about the first half of our project, the Android game, and how that would factor in and how we could really show off some of the capabilities from the software that we found on the Qualcomm Developer Network, namely the App Tune-Up Kit and the Snapdragon Profiler, we began to think about how we would architect the game. Right now we've got our LCD screen and our relay hooked up. The relay's for the old style cash dispenser. The plan sort of came together. You know, my smartphone happens to have a Snapdragon 810 processor, and so it's sort of the perfect vehicle for this. The DragonBoard 410C that we got in, we can use for application profiling on Linux or on Android. We can actually run Android with the thing, and it's no problem at all. Then as you can see, we've got our webcam on the top here, and the webcam is a live video feed, so if I put my fingers there. With the Android application part of it, we really wanted to put together a game that was based on sort of a tried and true game mechanic, because this isn't really about the game. This is sort of about connecting with our audience and providing something interesting and providing an interesting project. We used OpenCV and some deskewing algorithms to actually take a picture, look for something that looks like it might be a QR code in the field of vision, crop that out, and then attempt to deskew and straighten the QR code. So the DragonBoard, because of the horsepower, gives us a lot of flexibility. That whole setup with the different, programming languages, each programming language was sort of appropriate for the task at hand, but the DragonBoard is so powerful that we're able to run all of this, even in a graphical X environment, on the DragonBoard. So even though the different components of this particular solution use different technologies, C#, Mono, Python. So with all the componentry here assembled and ready to go, all the software written and put together, we've got our game put together by members of the community, added with our code in terms of QR code generation and some of the nuts and bolts to actually make that work, along with the code that's running on the DragonBoard to do the interfacing with the mobile application. It's all tested and put together. It's time to pack it up and ship it off to Logan.
Be sure to let us know what you think about this video. I had a ton of fun working with Qualcomm. We got to hack, we got to goof off, we got to get a little nerdy, and we got to involve the community in this project, so that's always awesome. If you guys want some more information on the Snapdragon Profiler or any of the other stuff mentioned in this video, go ahead and click on the link. It's right in the top of the description. You can't miss it. See you guys in the comments.